This YouTube video is going to be about Ezekiel 39, the Ezekiel 39 war, the Gog and Magog war that they keep talking about. That already happened as well. Okay? That already happened as well. Let me explain. Let me go over my notes. Let me get up my notes. The Ezekiel 39 war that they were talking about in the Bible happened to Israel being punished by Elohim, by Yeshua, for what their rebellion and what they were doing. Okay, let me go into detail on this and explain this, because everybody, oh, well, no, Ezekiel 39 has to happen, the Gog and Magog war. It already happened. It already happened. That was World War II. That was Israel. It was talking, Ezekiel 39 is talking about Israel being punished. Okay, when they get put in the bondage, put in the concentration camps, the Holocaust, that's what Ezekiel 39 is talking about. All right, I'm going to go down my notes. I'm going to go. Okay, Ezekiel 39, verse 16. And also the name of the city shall be Hamonah. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. But if you Google that name, it's Norway. Okay? If you look it up, Hitler's garrisons invaded Norway with 300,000 troops. Okay? So in verse 16 of Ezekiel 39, that city shall be, I can't pronounce it, Hamonah, I can't pronounce it. If you type in that word, what it is, it's a town in Norway. And just so happens, in Norway, Hitler invaded Norway with 300,000 troops. Ezekiel 39, verse 22. So the house of Israel shall know that I am the Lord their God from that day forward. What do they remember from day to day? They have International Holocaust Remembrance Day. What are they remembering? That God delivered them out of the Holocaust, out of World War II, that all the Jewish people, 6 million Jews, got killed in the Holocaust. That's why they remember it from that day forward. It's called the International Holocaust Remembrance Day. That's what verse 22 of Ezekiel 39 is talking about. Hold on a second. I'm going back. Okay, verse 23. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity. Is Israel going to go back into captivity again? Are they going to be captive again and taken away and put in camps and led away somewhere? No, they're not going to be, because what does it say in verse 23? And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespass against me. Therefore hid I my face from them and gave them into the hand of their enemy. So fell they by the sword. The Nazis encamped and took Israel, Jewish people, and put them in concentration camps. Auschwitz concentration camps, the Holocaust. Israel went into captivity because with their enemies. The Nazis were enemies of Jewish people. Okay? There ain't going to be no, Israel isn't going to be like dissolved and the people of Israel are going to get taken apart and get put in camps and getting taken over by their enemy, and the enemy is going to triumph over Israel. It's not going to happen. Okay? Because it already happened. Let me continue. Verse 25, Ezekiel 39, verse 25. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. Now he's going to bring them back, okay, because he takes them from their enemies and brings them back. Verse 26, and after that they have bore their shame and all their trespasses whereby they have trespassed against me, that when they dwell safely in their land, and none shall make them afraid. What shame is Israel in nowadays? I don't know of any. So see, now they're back in their land, okay? They dwell safely, and they're not afraid of anybody anymore. Okay, because Israel is already a founded nation. It already came back into being a nation. Verse 27, when I have brought them again from the people and gathered them out of their enemies' lands. Remember, the Jewish people were spread out and they were being rounded up by the Nazis. You had people in Poland that was Jewish. You had all the different other countries Jewish people lived in, and the Nazis were going door to door looking for Jewish people and rounding them up. Okay? I'll read verse 27 again. When I have brought them again from the people and gathered them out of their enemies' lands, and I am sanctified in them and in the sight of many nations. What enemy lands? It was World War II. All the land of World War II is where the Jewish people were at. They were rounding them up and putting them in concentration camps. Verse 28. Then shall they know that I am the Lord their God, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen. So what? Israel's going to be, you're saying, all these people were thinking that the Gog and Magog war is going to be an invasion on Israel. Israel is going to be taken off and wiped off and destroyed, and there's going to be a big war coming against Israel. No, it already happened. Okay? Israel is not going to be taken apart. Enemies are not going to triumph over them, and they're not going to go back in internment camps. Okay? It already happened. People are misunderstanding what they're reading. Verse 28. Then shall they know that I am the Lord their God, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen. But I have gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them any more there. So he took them, God took them out of captivity and put them back into their own land. Okay? It says it right there. For many, many years, people have been misunderstanding the Ezekiel 39. Many years they've been misunderstanding Ezekiel 39. Okay? Ezekiel 38 is talking about the preparation for and what was going to happen to all the plunder. They're going to go in and plunder, and all the earthquakes were going to break out in Ezekiel 38. And Ezekiel 39, it was talking about the punishment that Israel was going to receive at the hands of the Nazis for their trespasses against God. That's all it is. That's why it's mind-blowing. Scholars for many years have been saying it's going to be all these countries coming against them and all this stuff coming against them and all this stuff. It already happened. Okay? I'm going to do another one. I don't have my notes in front of me right now, but later on, I'm going to post another couple videos that are going to blow your mind away. Okay? Well, it's something to think about. Go back and read Psalms 83 yourself. Look it up. Read Psalms Ezekiel 38 yourself and read Ezekiel 39 yourself. I'm going to post some of the information in the description box. I ain't going to post the whole chapter. I'm just going to post some key things in the description box. Okay? Well, now you know what the mind-shaking, mind-boggling stuff is. All the scholars and all the biblical teachers have all been wrong.